memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Offense changing the play. To the air, it's Simpson. Bringing the heat. Just as he released it on first down, and he just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here comes the offense on second down. Flying play action. Now improvising. And it's picked off for the third time today. He's out of the 9-yard line. The pick, the return, and the offense will be threatening.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Seminoles. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in good position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown day. They're trailing by 7 to Temple. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas,
Yeah, that one definitely be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Gonna run it. It's Washington. Makes it past the marker. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers doing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level, get on those DBs, that's when you break those big ball runs.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football. I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo and you need explosive plays through the air.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. On the movie fire. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense is throwing time and time again, nothing there.
Scanning the field is Simpson. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Another incompletion on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down. Doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls in.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Moving out to the right. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. He spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down, and come up bankrupt. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Give to the running back. You want to talk about light on your feet? Man, can he get through there? He's down to the 37.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards until you know you look up and you might break one of those as you get that a little bit time.
Third down play from the gun. Catch in the middle. It's McCoy. And what's he got?
Feeling coming into this game, considering he's 0-3 in season openers.
It was throwing me out there with any kind of.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've won a season opener, but I think it's important to applaud them for playing these big-time games. They lost it close to USC last year. I was there in that game, and they had USC on the road. So I think Brian Kelly, there is pressure on him, but I think it's important that we see big matchups like this. This is a top 10 matchup on the first week of the college football season. So I think it's important for them to play well and look good. Aaron Netzmeyer is a young man that a lot of scouts have on their draft board that needs to prove here on the road and help get some of that pressure on Brian Kelly.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tides, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Seminoles ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm, can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important to get this guy going.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to around him play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be his best.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Guys, let's chat about it. They start the season in the top 10, ideal position to make a run. What do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off at that first impression. Makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. And talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Back up now, here's second and long. Gonna look down the field again. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down to 26.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good the rest of this game.
Rain games are Seminoles that offense football is coming down to a game. But I just remember back in Little League football, rain practices is worth it. Just run and dive as hard as you can in the course. See how far you can slide. And the great thing was, all that was in the uniform and not
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out, fall to the ground.
Out of the gun. The inside handoff to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that.
There's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Here we go. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. He took a chance he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And up money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right half. Stretch the uprights is good. And that'll put the first quarter game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You get some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most importantly, you come away with points to hit this season.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. Not a a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give is to Miller. Runs through the tackle. Pushes ahead for 2, they'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrap them up, get them on the ground, take away that run, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed that blitz into that running play on the linebacker able to make the stop.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 4th down at the door. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted a first half turnover can swing momentum. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up to the 24. The Seminoles have it back up trying to get that offensive spear playing. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. But means always got some space. He's there to make the stop, and not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll keep it himself. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get
It's not just who's the open guy that we're like throwing it to. It's also having that clock even in your head that says, if no one's open, I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and using my athleticism to get the score.
Yeah, you love the decision making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. Miller gets the ball. And he is just engulfed at the line with this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
They're great running backs. I mean, not only do you recruit great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
I just think such a big part of this offense, being physical, establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change. This game goes on.
Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. A Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield at Simpson. Throws to the wideout. And it's gone. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing the NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. They stop him just short of the first down, and it will be second and inches coming up. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Motion from the wide receiver. And off to the fullback. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing up the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere.
Make a cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. On it goes down to the zone. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Oh, they're after him. He makes a grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
And that play just shows you this quarterback trusts his wide receiver because he knows that route has to be adjusted to get beyond the first down marker. These two right now are really on the same page.
The snap sets up the throw. And it's incomplete. He was looking at the end zone and trying to get 6.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown time. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between the QB and the wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up by 17 over the Stallions. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now. Any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Blackwell. He was looking for some running but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. All right, guys, here comes some Florida State offense on the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off play action on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice game. This guy open to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Ez McCorvey, or of course the great Peter Warren.
Finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense with. And you know you can consistently throw the football, get Phil Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. The give is to Williams. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yards.
The Seminoles will keep this drive going. Coming up a 12-1 season in 2023. Last season was one of the biggest collapses in college football history for Mike Norvell and the Seminoles. And guys, they have to turn it around.
And now they're in a similar moment for this program, right? Like, they have to respond. They had more inches of snow at Doug Walker's Stadium last year than they had wins, period. They floundered. It was not a good season, Palmer. They've got to respond or else it's going to get bad in Texas.
They got to start fast. To me, that's the biggest key for the Seminoles this year. They've got to put some wins together to build that confidence, to regain that Seminole mindset of being a dominant program once again.
That's reeled in, it's Williams. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run too, which just keeps this defense so confused.
You want to bring in your tight end? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job on the defense, understanding the situation. Red zone, field strengths, hiding more bigger personnel.
One of the areas they really focus on is the options. We need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And he's one of them. Trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing he's going to sit down when he's not, so being on the same page. And then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 games.
The kick is up and good. It put one more on the lead. So an 82-yard drive there. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his spine. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Ball on the field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Gonna run it, it's Washington. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Looks like the defense will play quarters coverage here. Here's the handoff. He has the 1st and still on his feet. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
That coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum And this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Unloads to the wideout. Downfield. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the door. Finds some time as he moves left. A strike downfield. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Got the quick pass, and he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking to go up top, and Tide's running out in the half. Finds the man on the left. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, on kicking. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Back's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and try to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Touchdown, Alabama! Ran the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well, and I give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's single kill. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes up to start the next drive. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's down at the 25-yard line, waiting moments on the 1st half, and it's the 1st down. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
All right, Kevin, I'm ready to start the second half here. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To throw, it's Castellanos. Safe completion on the screen. Brings it to the open. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Maurice, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team is spoiled in a lot of ways when they have Jordan Travis. They obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
Fires to the big fella.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Rush is on him. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And number 45 on his way. And he'll probably slide after the long run. I'm not sure if he wanted to report it here. He just got tired. And the Noles are rolling down the field. Motion from the wideout. Grant behind the line. It's White. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pick up the 10 as a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of bounds somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. They commit to the run like this. Obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front foot, he would put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Finding out the attack, one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 28 over Nevada. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes fine. Out of the sheet, quick cross to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between him and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Justin! A misfire there as they can't make the connection. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The margin on 3rd down Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
It's so nice when he knows the ball, you know the pass is coming. You worked on it all week. Get your feet set at the sticks. Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed. Get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Complete downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
Looking downfield. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. All of it dial up on second and a long way to go.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get to your target, but just catching the football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Guys, this offense is already really down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Dropping back, it's Russell. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Lost to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Big time playmakers on the outside. Now look, Alabama's had great receivers. Isaac Newsom, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA.
And the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep rolling with guy after guy after guy. They had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
All right, you got to be careful here for the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play call is reminding this quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at fourth and 10, and they'll try again. I'd be calling a hot route. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He'll get rid of it. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Russell. Release to the back. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Now second and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
How about the day for this show? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We You can't let this guy continue to be this time and time again.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Seminoles have it back up trying to get that offensive spear playing. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. The give to the back. There he goes! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Now the running back rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. It's Castellanos. That's caught. It's Robinson. Runs through a tackle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy step. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Catch in the middle, it's Pittman. And they're losing the defense, and they'll take it away. Touchdown, no!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Powers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Time is running out. If they're going to cut into this deficit, let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. To the air on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, how loud is it in this gym? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I usually love it when the fans get involved on defense because it messes with the stack, it messes with communications, and it can really rattle an offense.
Got his man downfield. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Looking for man. It's Russell. Incomplete. Thanks to the great defensive pressure there to sort of put him out of rhythm. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Going up top again. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. starting to feel a little pressure. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before security. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. He'll try to do it in second. Oh, it's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Hey, when you're on defense, it's wet, it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slippery, it's like it gets heavy. You know, you get your hand on it, it's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job on defense, forcing it with the assist from the left.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. They go to the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Well, they got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They're going to stop him short. And man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down.
This defense is so well coached. They came into this game knowing that they were going to see some screen passes. On 3rd down, they were expecting it, and now they have a chance to get off the field.
The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's when they'll put it in play. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. As talented as this guy is, the coverage is tighter. There's not as much space to fit the ball in. He's having to learn on the job as a young football. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. They weren't able to get that one off. It will be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And this is not what they expect in terms of performance from their quarterback. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up any yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. That'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is one of the gambles you take, playing a young quarterback, and this freshman has had his struggles. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And this quarterback has had a less than stellar game. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up any yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And this quarterback really needs to come out of his funk right now. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Here comes that Alabama offense. When you ride with the freshman quarterback, you have to take the good, take what they've taken today, which is a lot of bad. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up any yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This guy's supremely talented, but sometimes the jump from high school is a little too much in some games, and it has been so far here. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And with the heat he's been under, you wouldn't be surprised if he's seeing ghosts every time he drops back. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up any yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Here comes that Alabama offense. And it's on the guy behind center to get this offense going. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. So backing up with that penalty, and they can feel their own goalpost looming over their shoulder. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. It has been a huge struggle so far for this guy. He just hasn't been able to get into any type of rhythm. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up any yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball. The Crimson Tide been deep in their own end, trying to find a little breathing room. That penalty will back them up some more after distance to the goal. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. As talented as this guy is, the coverage is tighter. There's not as much space to fit the ball in. He's having to learn on the job as a young signal call. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. So backing up with that penalty, and they can feel their own goalpost looming over their shoulder. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football. It'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
They'll line up for a second down play. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there.
They're bringing the jump. They're bringing the noise on fourth down at the field. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be the delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. A delay of game penalty in this part of the field, man, the defense just starts spitting fire after that. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. A delay of game penalty, just a mistake that you can't have happen at this point of the game and this part of the field. They've got them bent deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Off the uphill, quick throw to the right. And the defense has that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This is an offense that obviously practices two-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now. And I don't like that play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, and you got to be throwing to the sidelines. So it has to get out of bounds.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've had this drive absolutely gift wrapped. How often do you start with a first and goal? They understand the fourth down analytics and going for it all the time. That's on your own end. You're just gift wrapping an opportunity for the other guy. Using the quick game. And the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere. He is cutting apart this defense.
You gotta have the whole nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
She's real good for them bitches. Real good.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that kind of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they cut off. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets to Carter on the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is one of the gambles you take playing a young quarterback, and this freshman has had his struggles. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up any yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball. Heel off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
The defense is in a great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly. There's nowhere to go with that. Overall, really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Got him downfield. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Russell. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and then he never had a chance. Trying to change now on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Wide open downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times. He might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he's like, yes, please.
There's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down, and it just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they're forcing it.
On the last play. It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it.
Couldn't find his hand, and they'll give up the football on down. All right, guys, here comes some Florida State offense onto the field. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 and their own 34. They want that clock to run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here we go. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more deep in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The Noles with the 1st and 10. Again to the home running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pick up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. A hostile environment and having major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
Man, they're still jacked up and they're still excited. They play a big factor and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when a team isn't ranked like they were today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Baller, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
points in a couple of weeks. That's the game things over. I just it's only this face to face. You're going to be eligible to go over and make every Friday because that Air Force got a whole new level that we're contributing to the other teams. I can't do that for the Air Force part. This is a lot.
Wow, all veterans and veterans contribute. Maybe veteran revenue automatic population. City needs better. College football, it's a perfect. It's football season. No matter who you cheer for, we all agree how much college sports mean to us. But it's a risk. Dramatic changes are causing nearly every athletic department in America to operate in the red, forcing cuts, putting women's sports and country teams in immediate danger. The solution? Congress must modernize the sports broadcasting act. That single change will generate the funding needed to protect all sports at all schools. Let's save college sports before the clock runs out.
For years, everyone thought Verizon had the best network. It's like they have best mobile network in the U.S. Some fancy experts mentioned network testing. T-Mobile's real. T-Mobile's network is the most advanced 5G. Mobile towers and their signal reaches further. And they talk and say, you know what you are. That's actually
He gave us that response.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one was played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the UL Monroe Warhawks, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Bruce Davis, Davis Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me in the room. Guys, we are ready to see it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Warhawks offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all.
And he will get home. The quarterback goes down to the 17.
Well, coaches watch team all week and they get so excited. First play, let's make a statement. This offense tries to come out and throw it, under the lights, all the excitement, and when they do, they completely protect their quarterback, and they give up a sack on the first play.
And he feels that he's coming in and learns another sack.
And you simply cannot start the game any better if you're on defense. The first two plays of the game, you get a sack. That's how you seize momentum.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Drives to the back and leaves it on the option. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The Warhawks will fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, take pride in what they do. I think if you're close, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality. And they lean on all the big fellas up front. The hot mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the team.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches, because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football. That is a huge advantage.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. To the air, it's Simpson. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's
Remember, they're already down 10 Keenan.
Matchup now between two conferences with long intertwined histories, and it has always been friendly. It's the SEC versus the ACC here today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And the Seminoles will kick this deep to start us off. They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled now at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Alabama's offense will get the chance to start this game off. It's a group that's really led by the big fellas up front, offensive line that can ball you. They really are the personality of this team. They impose that today again.
Well, some people will go out and recruit quarterbacks and receivers, try to win the game out on the perimeter. These guys love to be able to develop offensive linemen, and it's paid off. They can run the football, they get behind the big boys up front, and they dominate people. And I'm waiting to see this defense load up physically and hold up against this offensive line.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Dropping back, and Simpson throws it to the right. He finds a man downfield. It's a big game to the right. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Of course, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? quick throw. It's an RPO caught on the left side. If not, he picks up 8 yards. That's a nice 2nd and 2.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here for the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Graham down the middle. It's Miller. They get him down, but the team moves the ball to the 37.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets a first down in the process.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking for it again. It's Miller. Sends right into the ball. They got him for a loss.
This is what I love to see from the defense. Because the linebackers are straight and doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. The quarterback setting up the throw. The receiver makes the catch. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout where they check him out. Big moment, milking dry. They face 3rd down. Dropping back, Simpson. Pass rush closing in. Cannot escape with the sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You might get some tackles for loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Let's see, making it right on the field. The punt will just bounce out of bounds. So the 4-6 Seminoles offense gets their first right now. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get at the quarterback. They slow the run down. It's really a nightmare of a block.
But these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wrappers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. It's going to be tough on this offense to try to hold on to the line scrimmage. Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. Up over the middle. It's the quarterback.
Tackle made after a solid game. This was the ball. Now the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure allowing him to sit back and pick apart the zone defense.
First set of downs for the offense after that 1st down completion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Sideline takes big, but out of bounds short of the 1st down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. They'll run it here. 0 running routes right into the line of scrimmage.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go, though. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short in their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. To the air, it's Castellanos. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a 1st down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got 4th down.
The Seminoles will have to kick it away. And this will be the first punt for this offense this afternoon. And he takes it around the 20. The coverage team able to bring the return to the ground. Here's the first play of the drive. They started on 28. On the run, it's Miller. They test the middle there, but get it.
The defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers and make the play.
Except for the second quarter here, both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. We get lined up here for quarter number 2. We'll see if the offense can get going. Didn't do much in the opening quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. It's an out. The catch made. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The backs who got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, that's an incompletion or an interception.
Third down right now. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down.
Here's the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice game.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 come out. And moving the receiver now before the snap. Pressure is coming. It's right down the middle. Ends on the head. Defense on the move. Touchdown, Seminoles. A slow and slow. And this place is going crazy.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz, doesn't recognize it, ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out. It gets them a touchdown.
And now they'll set up for the point after. PAT makes it 7-0. So after pulling up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to field away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the other team gets the return to the ground. And there's the first play of the drive now, back up with the 15. Keeping it on the ground here. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you've got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half, and really making them one-dimensional. If that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
To throw is Simpson. Grab near the sticks. It's Portland. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down of the 47.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. They're going to run it. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Yeah, they had up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. With the catch, it's Miller. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. We'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And looking to throw now on first down. Nice grab. It's Miller. They bring him down, but not before gaining first down yardage, so that's 3-2. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. A new set of downs after that completion. Again, coming out the RPO, and it's complete. They stop him for a short gain. It's not a first down.
Great job here by this defense on the wide receiver screen. All that receiver's looking for is just a small little seam to be able to get vertical and show what kind of speed he has. The defense did not let him get started. That's real hustle and a nice play.
Looking to throw it again. The pass is incomplete. Blocked clear. The intended receiver was that time. And here comes the noise. This is trying to inspire his defense to make a big red zone stop. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. He's running out of time here. And now it's going to put their call by the defense. They're trying to get everybody on the same page here.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. You've got to think about changing things up. The sack out, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
He knocks it through with confidence.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Feels it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. So unfortunately, we have to draw 2 minutes before halftime. First down, they're going to throw the football. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
That's good set. Second down play here. Keeps it on the draw. Let's stop him behind the line after a loss of 1. But they wanted right into a blitz. And that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He got the ball in his hands. The linebacker's right in his face.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Looking for man deep down the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. The Noles will line up to put it away. They take it away for the second time. And the third catch, Sigmund for and take it. And now the first play of this drive is set up at the back to throw. It's Simpson. Tight end makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Timeout is called. A tough strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. Lets it go quickly. Wide open downfield. He rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
That is
Great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver job of bringing it in for that big game.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Catch made, looking for the goal line. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So 3 plays in, this offense has set up a first and goal. Very efficient so far. There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. The pocket breaking down. Sacked until lost. Back to the 6. The offense will quickly spin the timeout here after the play. So this halftime here, out comes the field goal. As on target the first time, this is a chip shot. It was 23 yards out. I missed it. Off target that time. And it's still a 4-point margin after the miss. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leads you today with a big fat W. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. Begin at the 19. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. First play of the second half. Now tackle about the 23-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards, be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that previous play. Back to pass. It's Castellanos. Grab down the middle. It's Davis. He's breaking down, but not doing gains first down yardage.
The running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Nothing personal. It's leaning away from more sunlight.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Try to run it up the middle, but again, nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Over the middle, it's Davis. They wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Noles will send their punt team on the field. He's on the boot lane now. And it's taken at the 25. The returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Now the first play of this drive now is number 35. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Nice job here controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Stop right there at the line. No gain. That back just had nowhere to go. And you give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short of their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Trap behind the line, it's Cuevas. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
Chris, in my opinion, what we just witnessed is one of the toughest things to do in football as a defender. And that's making an open field tackle. A lot of times, we're running on matchups and then shifting receivers to receiver advantage. This time, it's tip our cap to that defender. Great play.
And 4th down underway here. And the coverage team takes him down and brings him down. Here's the first play of the drive. We start with 28. Play action here on 1st down. Tries to beat the pressure with a deep shot. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so they'll take a timeout. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's Castellanos. Caught by the receiver. Quarterback looks downfield and make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete. It brings up 4th down.
Well, they go to the air and try to pick up this 1st down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
And the Seminoles will bring their hunt team onto the field. That's his 4th point already today. And the return decides to signal fair catch. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Boy, just a great job by this quarterback of being able to put this ball up in the air to give his receiver a chance to time that up perfectly for a huge gain for the offense.
So one explosive play has put this offense in scoring position, getting close now to the red zone. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Wrap down the middle. It's Cuevas. Tackle is made just a short gain after the completion. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. 2nd down after that completion. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. The defense grabs it after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
And the crowd for the Mayfield trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And 3rd and short to hand the ball off. You maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
But that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits, and holding their own the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
As we break the quarter curve, Florida State is on top. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game stats before we move on.
1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Now, possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. Seems to have another carry. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Off the play fake, looking at throw.
Caught over the middle. It's right. Tackle made after a solid gain on the run.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football.
I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
Back to throw. It's Castellanos. Defense is coming after him. He'll just throw that one away to avoid the women's sack.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and get it.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from the 34. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. This time a completion. He brings down at 44. It's a solid game and closer to midfield.
I think this quarterback can make this throw in his sleep. It's like clockwork, a curl route against zone. And the quarterback, the only thing is he had to fit it into a tight window for that 1st down completion.
The Seminoles lining up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. That's real again. It's Williams. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
A completion makes it 2nd and medium. Training away on the ground. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. It's a loss of the yard.
But his defense understands the magnitude of this drive right here. That's back-to-back plays. They've stepped up and done a great job. Now it's 3rd down. Can they apply some more pressure to try to get this offense off the field?
It's 3rd down to the offense. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. It's Robinson. He's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the 1st down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Noles will line up and put it away. On the kick now for the 5th time today. That will bounce and go out of bounds inside the 10. Great punt to pin the offense back. So the drive begins here, backed up at the 1 9. There's the handoff. They tackle him out the 14.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the
Listen to this crowd noise. The stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Over the middle. It's Williams. They'll pick up the 1st down. He's brought down to the 21. That's a nice pickup there. They buy some space in the zone and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this 1st down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the 1st.
Here we go, trailing. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. It's a quick catch. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
Great accuracy here by the quarterback, hitting his receiver in stride on that slant, and it gave him a chance to pick up some yards after the catch.
Tight game, final 2 minutes to the offense. Make a play here, and they desperately need it. 1st down, we're going to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made in space, look out. He made the tackle, but not before he gets all the way to the 30. Well, the defense knows Kurt. It might take more than one tackler to bring this tight end down.
Well, anytime as a defense, you always want to rally to the football. But against this guy, you especially want to do that because you saw he breaks through that first arm tackle. I thought he might be able to pick up even more yards, but good job of getting extra hands to the ball.
They bring him down, but a solid game there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the mark.
Well, the offense has done a nice job of moving them down in this area to give themselves a chance. And the quarterback's got to continue to make good decisions and not hard play.
Here comes the noise. This Flyers trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone touchdown. Crimson Tide. They take the lead in the final minute.
That is just an outstanding job by this quarterback with the game on the line. He finds the matchup with his go-to receiver, makes a perfect throw here to the receiver, and they score late to take the lead.
An important PAT now to make this a 3-point game. Kick is up and good. They go up by 3 here in the fourth quarter. Can they hang on? Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after scoring a touchdown. The returner decides to field it. And the returner will be brought down. The first play of the drive now. They're backed up with the 12-yard line. Looking to throw. It's Castellanos. Barnes is made. It's McCoy. The offense will wisely spend the timeout after the play. It's going to be very important here in the final minutes. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That's really good. It's Davis. Preserve as much time as possible. You got to get plays quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes the ground. It's right. The coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. They're at the throw in here on second down. Oh, he can't quite hold on. That would have sealed the victory. Let's bring up third down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of his huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Down the middle. It's right. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they got called. Looking to throw it on first down. Just made on the out route. They make the tackle, but not perform a solid game on that pass.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
There is only so many things to talk to in New Jersey. At the 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline, we understand that life's challenges can sometimes be difficult. Whether you're facing mental health struggles, emotional distress, alcohol or drug use concerns, or just need someone to talk to, the 988 Lifeline counselors are available 24/7, 365. Your conversations are free and confidential. Take care of a friend, a loved one, or yourself because you matter. Call, text, or chat with the 988 Lifeline counselor for help during difficult moments anytime, day or night. Your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo. You can access your vital story in a snap. Allow the kids to be able to make art on the scale.
You will one day, but you see, thinking about my house card. Having insurance isn't the same as having state funding. It's like the expense of insurance. Just say insurance, other state funding.
Welcome to Death Valley. This is Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Georgia Bulldogs. What's that coming down the track? Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away. The hands to the running back. That's the first down marker and still running. He'll get a fresh set down stop at the 31-yard line. And then line up from the 31 on first down. They're going to ride this running back. It's a seam wide open. Inside the tackle. Touchdown Gator. He got a step and just to the field.